morning,
you want
everyone.
that to be on red?
Yes.
Okay.
We're unmuted. I muted it while I was typing so they didn't have to hear my clicking.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm Carl Mingers. This is Aaron Burns. We are WRME Live, Weikert Realtors Main Edge, Mustang, Oklahoma.
Yay.
I'll tell you what, episode 161.
Make sure we're
It's
live on YouTube.
we're rocking right along. August 21st, year 2020, year of the Rona. Saw a T-shirt said that the other day. I thought, well, that's just pretty cool that somebody's at least kind of taking it lightly, you know.
Well, I see all kinds of stuff. It's pretty funny, but yeah, people's like, before Corona and after Corona, they did a post and it's like, restaurants BC before Corona, restaurants AC after Corona, you know, and it's kind of funny.
You know, we in Oklahoma are pretty lucky. We really are. You know, folks back in New Jersey, they're basically still shut down completely. You know, it's you know, they live in a different world than we do. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know, we go to a restaurant. One restaurant will have every other booth open. The next restaurant, they'll close half the restaurant and then pack everybody in one side.
Right.
You know, you're like, come on, people.
Well,
and this whole mask thing, you know.
Some stores are taking everybody in and out the same door, and I'm like, how does
Like
this help?
Walmart, you know,
Yes.
you would think the smart thing to do would be everybody go in this door, do all your stuff, and everybody go out
Like
the
at
other door.
Sam's and Costco.
But oh no, can't be doing that. What are they thinking? Are they thinking?
I
You
don't
know?
think they are.
Real estate has been crazy.
Yes.
You know, all these 2, 3, 4 days on the market houses, and you know, and things are appraising.
Well, and
You know,
some of the things
which
I
is odd.
think that's going to go quickly will sit there. And some of the things I'm going to be like, okay, this one's going to have a problem.
Yep, we're gonna have
There's
issues. Bam.
Possible construction behind it or something. It's like under contract. And you're like, but that one, it's still, you can't figure. And appraisals. I've already had one call me asking me why we did a price drop because theirs didn't appraise.
Right.
Still appraised decently, but it didn't appraise for what? And they were wanting to know if ours was due to an... It's like, no.
I called a realtor this week. Very nice gal, Katie, and you know she has a house that's pending, and she had she was the listing agent and the selling agent. It was on the market 3 days before it went pending.
Yeah.
And I'm listing the house across the street, and I just called her up and I said, I know you can't tell me specifics about this, you know, and but we had a great conversation, and you know, the house appraised, and I mean, I was able to get the information I needed without
Right.
being, you know, so many agents are adversarial, and I don't understand that. You know, I wasn't asking for secret information or anything or
Right.
specifics. I just wanted to know if we were in the right ballpark and how they did. And then I called the FSBO that sold next to hers last week, and of course they thought I was trying to. So I said, no. I for my information, because I'm selling a house across
Right.
the street. You know, I just like to know. You know, what it actually sold for, so I don't have to wait on the county records, which, you know, can take
Right. Can take
forever.
forever.
And if you paid any commission on it or not, you know, just, you know, or did you pay any of their closing, stuff like that. And once they figured out I wasn't trying to sell them something, they just loaded me up with information.
Right.
And it was super valuable. And I wonder how many agents actually go to that effort anymore to find out what's really going on in that little neighborhood.
Some
You
do.
know,
Well,
not just looking at the MLS.
and like you said, some agents won't talk to you. Like I sit there and talk to this gal for a little while. You know, I told her what I could tell her, you know, because some stuff we can't, because I'm still listing and we're not under contract yet. So we are under contract. So there's only so much I can tell her. I can't tell her what we're under contract for, you know, and all that. So I gave her what I could give her without being rude.
The before the end of the conversation, Katie, she goes, "No, you're the broker, right? I said, yes. I said, yeah, but I'm an active broker. I have to work. I don't get to
Right.
sit in the office with my foot up on the desk and stuff like that. And she goes, and you're not going to try to recruit me? I said, do you need to be recruited? She goes, oh, no, I'm happy. I said, well, then fine. I just need this information. She goes,
Right.
everybody that calls is trying to recruit me. I said, well, first of all, you're obviously good at this because you're selling properties, but you're very personable and
Right.
you're not adversarial. All brokers want agents like that.
That makes a
And,
huge difference.
before I got off the phone with her, she gave me 2 leads that wanted her house if it fell through. And she goes, no referral or anything. They need a house. They're both cash deals. Maybe
There
you
you
can take
go.
care of them. I'm like,
That's
man,
awesome.
that's awesome. And, it's so refreshing to have an experience like that.
Right.
Because so many of the times it's not that way. And, I'm a firm believer in everybody in our company. I mean, we're the get alongable guys. I mean, we should be getting along. That's just the way it's supposed to be.
And we don't try to be adversarial or complicated or.
But if you want to pick a
rude.
fight, I'm ready.
I was going to say, but we don't back down if somebody starts it.
Right. Not very often we have to do that.
No, but there's been a few times we've had to stand up and stand our ground for our clients, and we're going to do that. We're not going to let our clients get taken advantage of.
I had to explain our fiduciary responsibility to a client this week. And they're like, well, you're just trying to make money on this or this or this. No. Our fiduciary responsibility is you. If you're our client, what is best for you
Yeah.
is what we have to do. Well, that ain't the way most agents do it. We're not most agents, okay?
I've told the client before, I have no problem releasing a contract and us looking for another buyer. And I've had to do it before because of the complications with
Right.
the other side. Sometimes it's just better to walk away.
And then when you have people that want twice for their house what it's worth.
You got to walk away sometimes.
I'm not opposed to taking a slightly overpriced
Right.
listing, especially in our market where everything's moving
Right.
like crazy. But, when their house is worth 75, 80 and they want 160, they've been drinking the Zillow Kool-Aid or something.
Or-
But you look it up on Zillow and it's 65,000,
Or the ones that are like, I understand, because I'll go with someone if they want to list on the high side of the comps and they understand that every 2 weeks we're going to have to look at traffic and what's moving and what's not and do a price reduction. I'll do that. I've done that before. And sometimes we get a little more than what I expected and sometimes we don't.
Markets, especially markets as volatile as we have right now. It's crazy. Some of the offers is wild. What some of the people want.
Yes.
One of my commercial clients has a pool business.
We
And,
have someone watching on YouTube, just so you know.
oh,
I
cool.
don't know who. It just says one watching.
He has a pool business, and he says they are running 5 to 6 times the pool installation that they normally do. He says
Wow.
they're running, of course, everybody's kind of stuck at home. And one thing I'm hoping comes out of this whole pandemic thing is people learn the value of being at home, being with family, and enjoying their time there.
Well, and I like seeing the people taking advantage of this time to do the home improvements they haven't had to and fix the stuff that needs to be fixed
Oh, yeah,
that's
you
been
go
put
to
on the back burner.
Lowe's or Home Depot. They're packed.
Well,
you
this
know?
is the biggest investment most people make is buying a house, and
Right.
you want to take care of that investment. And you got to work and everything. So when you have downtime, sometimes it's like, oh, we want to go to the lake or spend time with the family,
What's downtime?
right? But
We had
These
downtime
people-
last week. We
we did.
apologize for not being here, but we were going down a river.
completely forgot until we were like already down the river, and I was like, oh shoot, and yeah,
Going down the river in flood stage is the only way to do it, though.
that was awesome. And we saw
We
an
went
eagle.
12 miles in 3 hours and hardly had to paddle at all. It was great. I'm lazy when it comes to that stuff. All right. Well, we're at 10 minutes now.
Yep.
What else we got to cover
And
today?
morning, Kay. Not a whole lot. if you've got questions, comments, concerns, you want
Oh,
info on your house,
I did want to
or
mention
whatever.
Fort Reno, out in El Reno.
There you go.
Okay, if you've ever been to Fort Reno and know the historical significance to that, to the Wild West in Oklahoma before it was a state, and even after statehood, it's a very important part of our history, and a lot of it is being destroyed right now by the USDA. They are scheduled to take down, it's either 13 or 18 of the historical structures, and they've already started tearing some of them down, and we tried to get that shut down yesterday. I'm not sure where we're at on that. We had a big meeting, but if you have ever been there, or you have anything to do with it, or have any contact with your state rep or congressmen, senators, let them know, hey, this is important stuff. I mean, it's bad enough they're tearing statues down around the country.
Right.
These are historical buildings, okay, that can't be just put back together.
No.
And they're just tearing them down and hauling them off for no particular reason, actually. Just they're a nuisance to them because it might cost them maintenance money or something like that. The people that the Fort Reno group that manages it, runs the museum, all that, it's a nonprofit. They have no say-so in any of this, and it's very frustrating.
Sad.
I hate when any historical stuff is torn down. I don't care, red, yellow, black, white. I don't care.
Purple, blue, pink, green, whatever.
Of course, I'm a history buff. Mm-hmm. I love looking at where we came from, so we can have an idea of where we're going.
Right.
And it's important. So.
Well, the only way to learn is learn from mistakes.
That's
whether
it.
you made them or someone else made them. So if we forget everything, mistakes are going to be made again.
History's important.
Yes.
And we'll look back on 2020. It's been an educational experience, to say the least. Mm-hmm. So it's part of history I don't necessarily want to relive, but I sure want to learn.
But we don't want to forget it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we are Weichert Realtors Main Edge, Mustang, Oklahoma, where we do real life, real world real estate every day. Come see us.
Bye, guys.